What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we finished off Fallen Saber, and at the end of it, we got ourselves an exotic engram. Let's see what that holds. Super good advice. Super not that great gun, unfortunately. But yes, at least we got ourselves a weapon. That's pretty cool. What, 343 light? Not that great either. So super good advice. This is an interesting machine gun. Very hard to control. Very hard to aim. But the whole thing about super good advice is, well, one, it has crowd control, which is always good on a machine gun. And two, this is basically a no bullet is wasted machine gun. You basically can't run out of ammo. Now, granted, most of the time machine guns, it's kind of easy to not do that anyway, which is why this isn't the best thing ever. But if you're firing at nothing, there's about a 95% chance that bullet is going to come back to you. So you can pretty much fire forever and ever and ever, as long as, I mean, not for sure, but pretty much for a very long time if you're firing at nothing. Missed shots may return to magazine. Landed shots may be replaced in the magazine from your reserves. So let's say if you're missing shots, they'll go straight to the magazine. Landed shots, however, though, it'll start pulling from your reserves, and you'll never run out. Basically, you never need to reload, and you never will run out of ammo as long as you're missing things. If you're hitting things, obviously they're not going to come back to you. So that's kind of the whole gimmick behind this weapon. You basically just there's never a bullet wasted. That's the whole point of it. Now, super good advice actually has some pretty darn cool lore behind it, though, which is why I like the weapon. But again, like I said, it's not really that great. I am going to go out on a limb here and say that Nemesis Star is almost definitely a better machine gun. Like, definitely. In both PvP and PvE. So, anyways, with that out of the way, and I was kind of hoping I'd get the other heavy that I could have gotten from an engram, which is Truth, but that's okay. With that out of the way, let's begin. Rise of Iron.
In the years after the collapse, the world had no guardians. It had only Iron Lords. Immortal, fearless, we fought to protect the survivors of a once great age. Our battle was about more than crawling back from the shadows. The Iron Lords would give humanity back its future. Some know the legend, but no one truly knows how the Iron Lords died their final deaths. That was something you had to be there for, to witness, to remember, to know even heroes can die, and survival is not always a victory. Now I am the lone sentry, and my watch is eternal, waiting for the day when whatever we disturbed awakens. The Iron Lords are gone, but our fight is far from over.
The House of Devils is back, and they're digging into old Golden Age research labs all across the system. This isn't a simple smash and grab. They're on a mission. At first, the Vanguard wasn't particularly concerned. At least, not until the Devils decided to move back into the Cosmodrome. Now the Devils are shifting a massive amount of resources to an area nearby that's been dark for centuries. Normally, I'd say it's just another day. Except, what's really got everyone talking is that Lord Saladin has left his post at the Iron Banner to take charge of the situation personally. Only rather than go straight to the Cosmodrome, Saladin wants us to investigate an abandoned observatory in the mountains. Very strange.
A group of Fallen has captured Fellwinter Peak. My team and I are en route, but we won't get there in time. I need you to secure the observatory at the top. It is imperative the Fallen do not establish a foothold on that mountain.
And here we go. What is up, my Squirrelites? Desire King, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny.
Their goal is to take Vostok Observatory.
What would the Fallen want in an abandoned outpost?
Things better left buried.
We'll take care of them. Alright, so let me start by explaining who the Iron Lords are. He did say in the cutscene that, or Lord Saladin said in the cutscene that the Iron Lords existed before Guardians, and this is true. Guardians have not always existed immediately after the collapse. The Traveler wasn't immediately in danger when the collapse happened. So, Iron Lords were basically given the same power as Guardians, although although not quite the same. There was a very small amount of them. I forget the exact number, but it was like in the double digits. Like, it wasn't a lot.
Whoa, this hasn't been activated for more than 400 years.
And Saladin was one of them. There were some others, such as Yolder, Peyrun. I'm trying to think of all the names that come off the top of my head. Fellwinter. You know, all sorts of different names, and they all died. They all died in what you saw happening in the cutscene. We're going to explain more about that later. But yeah, they're all gone except for Saladin and actually one other, but we'll get into that another time.
We can secure the entire observatory.
There's a courtyard in the rear of the facility. If you can secure that, you should be able to keep them from the Iron Temple until we arrive.
Now the Iron Banner...
Wait, Iron Temple? Like Iron Banner? Iron Lords?
Stay focused. There's too much at stake.
The Iron Banner in the game of Destiny is a multiplayer event that happens once every... I think it was about every month or so. I think it was a monthly event, and I really cannot hit these things from here. This hand cannon just does not have enough range. But it was about a monthly event, and what it was an actual light-based and level-based multiplayer activity where you were basically supposed to level up to get some of the best weapons in the game by fighting in the Crucible. Now, the fact that it was power-based and level-based didn't really actually all matter that much, but it was an endgame activity, and the Lord Saladin, who hosted it, he controlled the Iron Banner. It was basically just to prove your strength against the best of the best. That's what it was supposed to be. And that's why we know about the Iron Banner. There are a lot of weapons and armor pieces that were gotten in the Iron Banner named after said Iron Lords.
I don't think I like this little metal box.
I don't think I do either. I'm jumping.
Can't take another hit like that.
Yep, way ahead of you, Ghost. Alright, so let's keep going. So yes, that's what the Iron Banner context is.
If there's something so important up there, why wasn't the Vanguard protecting the temple all these years?
This place and its secrets are my responsibility.
We are fighting in honor of the Iron Lords, who are basically, they are legendary. They are heroes and were heroes of humanity, because on their own, just the, handful of them that there were would protect humanity and do basically what thousands of Guardians are doing now. So that is what makes them so gosh darn special, and why it was kind of such a big deal that they were defeated. But granted, the Guardians are a lot more powerful now than they used to be.
This is more than a few fallen, just for the record.
We cannot afford even one to claim what lies on that mountain.
You know, honestly, I don't think a Dreg could manage to claim it on his own if he wanted to, but whatever. We're just going to ignore that and keep on heading up the mountain. So I already love this level. By the way, I love Rise of Iron, but because I love the snow aesthetic, I just love the locations in this entire expansion. Oh, they're so good. I love the area that we're going to be heading on into in this expansion. All right, you guys. That's a nope for all of you. Goodbye. Let's just start chucking grenades everywhere. Perfect. Keep on running through. Goodbye. Let's chuck a couple of those down there. And another one down there just to get rid of those shanks. And another one there. That'll do.
Be careful. Picking something up nearby.
Okay, let's get rid of these things if I can actually hit them. We're getting there. Keep moving, keep moving. I've got my sword, actually. I haven't used this thing yet, so might as well. So yeah, this acts just like, kind of like a normal sword. You can't actually swing it to gain momentum like you could. You can't swing it to gain momentum like you could with the Hive Sword, unfortunately. It doesn't act quite the same. Like, you can get a little momentum, but not much. And every single swing you take uses up heavy ammo. You can also do a power swing, which you can only do in midair by pressing R2. Which I will, if I get heavy ammo again, I'll show that. In fact, here, let's do this. Probably unnecessary since I'm not going to be using this for the rest of this, but I just want to show this anyway. So if I'm in air and I press R2, right trigger, I can do a swing like that. It consumes 2, but it does slightly more damage. Excuse me?
Sepic's prime. It's supposed to be dead. And there's something odd in the energy signature. It's not fallen, but it's regenerating.
Did you say it's regenerating? Kill Sepic's Guardian. Kill it.
I would love to, but it's got a force field around it. All right, we need to move. We need to move. I know I left a drug behind, but I don't even care. We're going. We're going. You can also block with this, by the way. If I can actually, no, I don't think. Oh, I haven't unlocked the block yet. So, but when you get to a high enough level, you're actually able to repel attacks and block attacks with your sword.
Strong enough to hold it back. You must destroy it before that happens.
Working on it. All right, here we go. Sepix.
Not let Sepix enter that temple.
Okay, we're working on it. As soon as that force field drops, I'm going to start killing him. Do it. Drop that shield. There it is. All right, here we go. Start firing at him from over here. Let's do it. While he's in place, start hitting him. Keep hitting him with nades. That'll do some damage. Perfect. Beautiful. Look at all that damage. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's see if I can hit him with another one. Perfect. Another one. Yes, that's what I like to see. I love it. Man, it kind of makes me wish I had my Sunbreakers, the Sunbreaker exotic, so I could make those solar grenades even more effective. There we go. They basically just last a lot longer if you get it. Keep wailing on him. Keep wailing on him. We've almost got him. This is why Hawkmoon is the best weapon for boss damage out of all the primaries, and there we go. Sayonara, sucker.
All this trouble to break into an old temple?
Even old wolves still bite. Shiro, what's your status?
Circling around to make sure the area is clear. Be there in a sec.
Well done, Guardian. The temple is secure. Now we can... Shiro, get a lock on it.
I just picked up... Wait. Multiple impacts near the wall in Sector 17.
They're attacking the sensor grid. They must know where Siva is. Guardian, go to the Cosmodrome immediately. If Sepix escapes, the Fallen won't be our only problem.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this first episode of the Rise of Iron expansion. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and in the next one, we're going to be going after Sepix. So, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.